is the North Division group interview here for the Dynasty 13 season kickoff. So let's go ahead and kick this shit off. I believe we have almost all the members of this division here with us. Unfortunately, Coach Brian Tavaleri is pulling a no-show.
What are you talking about? I'm right here, man. Oh, feed me.
Okay, maybe we do. I stand mistaken. We do have.
Just kidding, it's me.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Looks like we have Coach Derek Mello of Fiesta and Coach Matty Whiffen of the defending champion, 2 out of 3 year Hong Kong Cavaliers. Welcome, gentlemen.
Welcome, Eric.
Hey.
All right, so let's start off talking a little bit about our new realigned division. We were talking a little bit about this offline, but we have the most championships among us out of all the divisions. So how do you guys feel about our division and the competitiveness of it?
I'll start, I guess. Jesus. Well, it is pretty damn competitive. We don't have a weak one in the bunch, which is good. But as I was telling Mello offline, that a couple of us do the, we suck one year, we do awesome the next, so it might actually help the other guys in this division.
I think the competitiveness is it's a little intimidating. I mean, I'm still kind of getting my feet wet, still trying to make sure that I can be the guy that competes every year, or like Mr. Whiffen every other year. So I'm going to make a little bit of a run this year, I think. I'm going to try to improve on my 500 record. Oh, boy.
Excellent. All right. During you guys' interview, your answers, I grew a mustache. I'm Italian, so it happens. Can't grow hair where I want, but I can grow hair in other places that you don't even want to know about. Actually, I'll show you. Never mind. Okay, Matt Whiffen, you are the defending champion. Congratulations.
Thanks.
You have seemed to completely perfected the all-in 1 year, rebuild the next. I don't know if you want to let us in on your plans here for this upcoming season or not, but are you looking to implement that strategy again, which I think, if my math is correct, means that you're looking to rebuild this season in the hopes of the following season, going for the title. Is that true, sir?
I'm keeping Todd Oh, no, that's not what that's what you asked me. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to try to do. I want to keep it competitive, though. I still have a few early picks to try not to suck too bad. I don't want to pay for the pizza, but I also know that I'm probably going to be trading my keeper, and I don't have too many picks early on, so yeah, I'm probably going to be doing that.
As far
Oh, boy.
Uh-oh.
I can't hear him. Oh, boy.
Uh-oh.
This
I
is
can't
clown
hear him.
shoes here. Clown shoes. Can't hear you.
picks, a little bit of technical issues. Matt, can you hear me?
We did for a second.
Matt, can you hear me now?
Now I can.
Okay. As far as the draft picks are concerned, I think you're only down a second and a sixth. I think you have a third, fourth, and fifth. Am I correct?
I do? Yeah, I haven't looked in a while, but I did plan on trading a lot in the draft. So you're probably going to see me trade a lot of those for 2017 picks anyway.
Okay, all right. And you do mention one of the younger, better running backs in the league, and Todd Gurley. A little bit of a change this year as far as not announcing your keeper player until draft day when we actually, I guess, draft him in the keeper round. Do you want to make any type of announcement and inform us that you're keeping Gurley, or do you want to wait and see, if you will?
I would never reveal something like that. So I guess I'd have to keep it a secret. But you never know when things will leak out between now and draft day. So tune in, I guess. It's a secret, though.
Now, Derek, this is going to be your second season. Obviously, last year was your inaugural rookie campaign. You learned a lot, I'm assuming, as far as how the league is, strategies, and how things work. What's the biggest thing, your biggest takeaways from a learning experience out of your rookie campaign?
What's my biggest takeaway? Ooh, that's a good question. I would say it's that it was very interesting, actually. I think there were a lot of Eric, you had some success in drafting second-string running backs, so I feel like part of my strategy this year will not necessarily be reaching for questionable starters, but for people that I feel as though might be somebody that's going to contribute more to my team this year.
Fair enough. That makes sense. So you were able to use last year as a stepping stone, if you will, to obtain I think a second round pick, and I want to say, yeah, you have a second, seventh round pick as well, in addition to all your other picks. So you're in a good place. I believe you're one of the teams coming into the season that looks like you're going to be one of the competitors. So or one of contenders. So how does that feel? Are you in agreement that you're really going for the title this year, or are you going to kind of wait to see how things play out?
I think it's kind of hard to say I'm going for a title this year. I mean, I think it's setting up that way. Like, I feel like I have an idea of who I want to draft. I have a strong idea of who I'm going to target. I think I know that with my picks, I think I can field a competitive team. But, I mean, I think some of my success last year obviously was David Johnson and also Devontae Freeman, who were two guys that I had targeted, but I didn't necessarily target super high. So I feel like there's going to be a little bit of a shakeout period in there. I mean, there were some teams like, the Rockdalian Senators, who I thought were going to roll all year, that ran into some problems. So I don't know. I mean, to say I'm going all in at this point, I think that's a little bit of a stretch, but.
Now, you have David Johnson on your team.
Yes, sir.
We're all assuming, he's a stud, sophomore running back on a great offense. We're all assuming you're keeping him. Again, we don't know for sure, but that's what the assumption is. Nothing's leaked out officially.
Didn't even announce it yet.
Do you want to confirm that, or you want to leave that as a mystery?
Provided that he does not blow his knee out in the next 3 weeks, he most likely will be my keeper. Or unless, I'm always entertaining trade offers as well, too. So if anything does come up, I am more than willing to talk to people.
All right, fair enough. Now, this would be the time that I would be asking Coach Brian Cavalieri a few questions. I'd ask him things along the lines of, why he decided to trade for DeAndre Hopkins. That turned some heads. What he's going to do maybe this year to try to turn his franchise around from just complete and utter consistent mediocrity. But unfortunately, Brian didn't log in here to join us, unfortunately. Wait a minute. Brian, is that you?
Hey, buddy, I'm Brian Cavalieri.
No, I'm Brian Cavalieri.
What are you talking about? I'm Brian Cavalieri.
Yeah. Who was the starting left wing on the 1963 Boston Bruins?
Damn it.
Yeah. You got me.
Well, with that said, why don't we go ahead and make our final predictions. Every year we do this. Derek, I'll start with you. If you had to predict right now who you feel is going to be the two teams in Dynasty Bowl 13, new this year, you can pick yourself if you'd like, who are the two teams that you are going to go ahead and predict?
It's a tough one. I'm going to go with Coach Eric Costanza. I like your chances this year. You loaded up on some draft picks. I'm going to give you a nod on that. And Thank you. That's a tough one. I mean, my second team. I don't know. I mean, he's my sentimental pick every year. I'm going to have to stick with the Tav, I think. I picked him last year. He screwed me over, and exactly. You know, I'm pulling for the kid though. I really want him to do well. I'd like to see Haney do well too. You know, I mean, I don't know. I'll stay with the Tav.
Are you pulling for Tav even after you blew us off here today?
I am a little bit. You know, I mean, he looks like Jabba the Hutt, so you know, I feel like I got to do something for him.
All right. What about Mr. Whiffen? Predictions on who you think are going to be the two squads there to battle in the championship?
I'm going to say Chris. I think he's determined this year. And I'm going to say Bubba, Chris and Bubba.
Wow.
And do you think Bub's going to lose his fourth Dynasty Bowl, or do you think he'll finally hoist up that trophy?
I'm going to say he loses again just because it's great.
Yeah.
I'm going to have Chris win again. Why not?
Do you guys have any questions for me? I want to turn the tides a little bit. We have maybe about 2 minutes left of this. I'm obviously a team in the. Well, you guys want to ask me anything, or should we just continue on with this show?
I'd like to ask, who do you think's going to the Dynasty Bowl this year? Who are your two teams?
Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and big surprise. I'm going to predict that myself is going to make it to the Dynasty Bowl, and I will also say I'm going to say Handy Quacks. I'm going to say it's myself and Handy Quacks in Dynasty Bowl 13.
Nice.
Okay, so if that is it, let's. I want to thank you guys for joining. Obviously, we'll see you at the draft, and we'll kick it over to. I think Bub's leading the charge in the Central Division interview. So, Bub, take it away.
Thank you. I'm here with Coach Zach Palucha of the Handy Quacks. Coach, thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to join us.
Yeah, no problem.
Coach, you had definitely a tough year last year. I think you kind of expected that one.
Yeah, definitely.
Came in the bottom 4 in the league. How does that feel?
Nah, I finished last. Dead last.
You better bring a delicious chip or appetizer for us.
You know, I didn't think about that when I was making my team last year. That's too bad because I don't know what I'm going to do. That $4 is going to put me over the top.
All right, Coach. Well, looking into this coming year, you definitely have a good amount of picks. I believe you have 2 second-round picks. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Third-round picks? 1, 2?
2.
2. All right. So you're definitely loaded.
3 8s.
Ooh.
Watch out.
Wow.
Big 8th round.
It's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
So you're definitely top heavy. What's your strategy coming in?
Pick good players and win. I don't know. What's everybody's strategy? Pick really sucky players that you hope are going to get hurt and try to lose.
It's not bad. I don't hate that
What I
strategy.
really want to do is whatever Coach Costanza does, I want to copy his strategy because even when he has no picks, he kills it.
Fair enough.
Just ask him.
My next question to you is
Only 2 down seasons in his entire career in the Dynasty.
name your top and rattle it off though. It's got to be rattled off.
Got it.
Top 3 fruits. Go.
Raspberries, pineapple, blueberries, in no order.
Raspberry is a game
Very
changer.
underrated fruit.
Pineapple is probably
Easily
my number 1.
Number 1.
Blueberries are pretty good.
No doubt.
Raspberries are good.
Yeah, raspberries are good.
All right, so it sounds like playoffs are obviously your goal, and I think you definitely have a good shot at it.
I want to finish 6th.
Tough division this year.
Not really.
But if you had to pick 2 coaches who would make the Dynasty Bowl this year, who you got?
I can vote for myself, correct?
You can.
I will pick Ben and Will. I think Ben's due. He's going to make a lot with nothing. And Will, I don't know, something about him. I like Will.
Underdogs.
Big underdogs. You know what? You gotta bet the underdogs. You can't just bet the favorites every year. I mean, I know I'm the clear favorite this year. It's a little selfish to pick myself, I think. So
Fair enough.
I don't want the fantasy gods to hate me.
All right, let's swing it over and see what else we got.
All right, we got Coach Neil Palucci here. How you guys doing?
Hi, Neil.
I'm doing excellent, thank you.
So let's talk a little bit about your Dynasty season last year.
All right.
I'm not going to lie to you, I didn't really pay much attention, so I wasn't really in it. So how'd you do last year?
I thought I walked in pretty good, and I walked out really bad.
Okay, well, I don't know who was on your team, so we can't really talk about that.
Andrew Luck sucked.
Oh,
Justin Forsett sucked.
Oh, so you're the one that fleeced Heaney on those trades.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
definitely gave him all my scrubs.
So you must have some good picks this year.
I have a couple, yeah. I have 1 second, 2 thirds, 2 fourths, 2 fifths, 2 sixths. I have 2 of everything except for the second.
It's a lot of picks.
It's not bad.
Probably the most picks in the draft, I would say.
Yeah, I'm definitely, I definitely have probably the most picks.
Probably the clear favorite, I would say, going in.
Yeah, especially with my keeper. I'm not supposed to announce it yet.
Are you
but,
super excited about your keeper?
Are
you super excited?
I'm just gonna one-handed catch that one and throw it back, and I'm gonna save that for later.
I don't know who you're talking about. Okay, so anyway, you asked me this question, so I'm gonna throw something back to you. Top 3 favorite vegetables, go.
Oh man, I'm a big asparagus fan.
Love asparagus.
Also love corn. That's a staple.
Corn on the cob or just regular
Just
corn?
corn in general.
Do you eat it crossways or do you eat it down?
No, corn on the cob. I go one across the end, and then I go side with like a typewriter.
That's bananas.
No, it's the right way to do it because then you know where to stop.
Because if you weren't looking at your corn, you wouldn't know what it's.
Yeah, you'd go right off the end.
So you're a close your eyes and eat your corn kind of guy.
Kinda, yeah. I don't want to get in my eye.
That's pretty crazy.
And you know what? This is gonna be a little weird.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big zucchini / squash fan.
That's a little plain.
Fry it up though.
All right.
Pepper, salt.
Yeah, I mean, if you fry anything, it's pretty good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cotton candy.
Yeah, fried cotton candy's delicious. So, I don't know what I'm supposed to ask you. Oh, yeah. Who are your 2 picks to make the Dynasty Bowl this year?
I'm thinking.
You can vote for yourself.
I think you know what? I think Coach Heaney's gonna win it. I don't even want to guess another person. I think he's gonna win.
I love that pick.
Hands down.
Love that pick.
I think he wins hands down. But I guess if I had to pick someone else, I'll pick Coach John Costanza
That's a great pick.
lose.
Vegans always do well. Speaking of vegans, we have a new vegan in the league this year.
We do, yeah, Craig.
He's the only 230-pound vegan in the history of vegans.
He's a little heavy for a vegan.
He's setting the trend in vegans.
No, but yeah, no. You know what? He's probably going to suck the first year. Let's be honest.
I was just going to ask you what your thoughts were on Coach Spadiesian.
He's going to be on our podcast coming up. There's no way he does well. If he finishes above 8th, I will
eat your shirt.
Eat my fucking hat.
Eat your hat. Wow. Whoa.
Yeah.
That's lippy.
Yeah.
That's okay. Well, that's a bold statement.
Yeah. Fuck Briscoe.
Fuck. Now you know what? Hashtag fuck Briscoe. I like it.
All right, I'm here with Coach Heaney.
Hi.
Coach, thanks for taking time out of your busy schedule.
No problem. Glad to be here.
I'm surprised, what your 2 kids all set? Like everyone's all set.
Yeah, Owen and Grace. Yeah, they're doing great. Great. Yep.
Good. That's great to hear.
Yep.
So you had a little bit of a tough year last year.
Yep.
You made.
Well, that's pretty standard for me. I'm not a very good manager, so I do the best I can. But basically, I'm just hoping to finish in the top half.
You made some trades, and then it kind of ended up, not working out for you.
I stand by my Andy Luck trade. I mean, it worked out really well for me last year, and I think that's my goal this year: is to make the worst trade I can possibly make, and then sell my team late and end up in the bottom 4.
I believe you bought Andy Luck, Jordan Matthews.
Great trade. Jordan Matthews, he's due for a breakup.
Jeremy Maclin, and Justin Forsett. I think you bought all of those.
They all had very good years, and that's why I finished in the bottom 3.
Those are great trades.
Awesome trade.
Going into this season, you do have 2 second-round picks. No third. A couple fifths, 3 fifths maybe.
Oh well, 5th round is huge.
Let's talk a little bit about your expectations in a tough division this year.
Well, I mean, the Palucci brothers are pretty strong, so if I'm lucky...
let's talk a little bit about your expectations in a tough division this year.
Well, I mean, the Palucci brothers are pretty strong, so if I'm lucky, I'll finish 3rd. I think Ben's got a pretty solid team, too, so, I mean, realistically, I'm probably going to finish 4th, but 3rd would be okay. And, I mean, I will be strong with the draft. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, talk a little bit about your draft strategy.
I will. I'll be in the land of China. I won't be at the draft, but I have a sub sitting in for me. So, I think that's going to go pretty well. I mean, it's going to be like 3 a.m. over there when we do the draft. So, I mean, I should be in good shape, real good shape.
Fair enough. Coach, you got 2 options. You got 2 picks. Who's going to make the Dynasty Bowl this year, D13?
I think definitely Brian's one of them. He just made a really good trade for DeAndre Hopkins. I think that's a really solid pick, solid keeper. I think he's definitely going to come out of that division. I don't think anybody else in the division has any shot. And, I'll throw a new guy a bone. Well, new guy, sure. Why not? Definitely not going to be me.
Thanks. Let's kick it over and see what Coach Ben has to say.
Thanks.
All right, I'm here with Coach Ben Green.
Hello.
Coach, thanks for joining us.
Anytime.
So, Coach, you definitely had a great regular season, one of the better ones in recent memory.
Mm-hmm.
I believe you won something like 12 games, 13 games.
Yeah, I really paying attention.
You plowed through everybody.
Yeah, plowed.
And got to the playoffs and kind of went squadouche.
Pop my playoff cherry, if you will.
Yeah. What happened in the playoffs there? What was the downfall?
A couple guys got hurt. Kind of ran into a buzzsaw. I think I played Whiffen in the playoffs, and he kind of took me to the woodshed. I think I played Whiffen. Phil Whiffen, who cares?
Yeah, I'm not sure who you played, but
it's irrelevant. I'm on 2016.
Had a couple injuries. Dez Edelman.
Dez hurt.
That was tough. It was a tough, but like you said, you made the playoffs finally.
Yep.
So you got a little taste of that. And hopefully,
I think that's the start of a streak for me. I think I'm going to make the playoffs for a while now. I think you can count on Coach Ben Green in the playoffs next 5 years. Right.
I like that. Well, It looks like you have a good keeper lined up.
Very good keeper. Yep.
Do you think he's going to be on your team long?
Absolutely. Yep. I think when's the draft? 2 weeks, 3 weeks?
Couple weeks.
I got at least another 3 weeks with Peterson to work him. So
it's good. It's good.
Yep.
So, all right, realistically then, because I know you're missing a lot of picks in D13. What are your expectations?
Well, I mean, again, those Palooza brothers are tough, so I don't think I'm going to beat them. But I mean, Coach Heaney's terrible. So let's be honest. I'm coming in third in the division, which isn't good enough to make the playoffs. But what are you going to do?
Especially with only 4 playoff teams.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's a story for another day. Let's not go there. I don't want to get Coach Costanza too riled up.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
And Coach Ben, if you had to pick 2 teams to make the Dynasty Bowl, what 2 teams would you pick?
Definitely Coach Zach. He's 1,000% going to win this league. I don't see anybody else even standing in his way. And can I vote for myself?
Yeah.
I think I'm going to sneak in. Me and him. That's what I'm calling. So I think I got a good shot. If not me, Coach Whiffen is going to repeat.
All right. Fair enough. You heard it here first, folks. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty. No nitty-gritty. I just had to say that because I always say that.
Like nitty-gritty.
And let's kick it over to Eric and see what's going on.
All right. Here we are with some of the South Division, the new realigned South Division. I am here to it's the Dynasty 13 season kickoff. We got ourselves Brandon, Bruto Deluxe, and Coach Phil Tamios of the Pig Newtons, and we actually have Coach Will DeYoung of the Rockdalian Senators on the phone as well. Hello, gentlemen.
Hello, sir.
How you doing?
Evening.
All right, so we also, Briscoe is having some technical issues as well, so maybe we'll call into him in just a moment. He is on standby. But let me start by asking you guys, so obviously we got ourselves some new divisions here for this season. Some people with very strong opinions who are almost always wrong with their opinions, but they have them nonetheless, are saying that this division that you guys are in this season is probably the weakest division. How do you respond? We'll start with you, Phil, because you had the best whatnot last year. So,
am I the odds-on favorite to take home the division? We have the early odds.
Yes, according to the Riverdale Gazette and the odds makers, which myself included, you are the odds-on favorite to win this division. That is correct.
Hey, I feel confident about that. I did a good job of competing last year and grabbing a lot of draft picks for this year too. So I feel confident about taking on the division. I'm not sure how the other guys' teams look like, but I know my team is going to be pretty strong.
Phil, you're looking a little pale in your picture. I'm a little concerned. Do you have an image problem, or are you feeling a little blue?
Do you not see me?
Phil's beating off over there now, Eric. He's not excited.
You're like a blue avatar looking thing. Anyway, that's fine. That's fine. I'm okay with it. Brandon, you're coming into this season. I think you're only down a second-round pick. Other than that, you did a good job of recouping some picks that that you this Dynasty 13. Are you looking to compete for the division, or what's your strategy coming in here?
Go for it, man. I feel like I gave up the last 5 years for where I'm at right now. Obviously made some bonehead plays last year, and just looking forward to a nice reset this year.
Excellent. And you have you're probably one of, if not the only team that everyone isn't kind of almost sure who you're going to keep this season. I'm sure you don't want to give anything away, but you do have Mark Ingram on your team. He's probably the most highest ranked player currently on your team. Are you leaning that way, or do you have no idea, or you don't want to tell us anything?
I mean, it's no secret I'm leaning that way. I mean, that was one of the ads I made last season, just as a couple Hail Marys. I picked up Foster too in the same sort of hopes, and Ingram ended up working out. So I'm pretty much all the way there keeping him. So we'll see what happens, though.
Phil, there you are. Hi, Phil.
I figured it out. Technology, just like Will and Briscoe were able to figure it out.
Speaking of Will, Will, you're on the phone here.
Everything okay over there, Eric?
Okay, sorry, I had a frog in my throat. William, Rockdalian Senators, some are saying that this is going to be a rebuilding year for you. You have proven to the pundits in the past that you're able to compete with not having a lot of picks, impressively, I may add. Are you looking to do that again, or are you going into this season kind of in the rebuilding mode, or are you going to kind of wait to see how it plays itself out?
Well, I mean, I think it's definitely a little bit of a wait and see, but at the same time, over the last couple of days, really have been contemplating, whether, we want to do a, fire sale with, the remaining assets and, really look to next year. Obviously, I'd like to avoid a 5-year, restocking like, Brendan had, but, at the same time, I think, we'll see. It's kind of like a flip of the coin right now. I kind of feel like Harvey Dent, flip the coin, and I want to sell. Flip the coin, and I want to just go for it. So, it's hard to tell right now.
Well, you got Cam Newton on your team. I forget where you drafted him last year. I want to say 5th roundish. Obviously, he completely exploded for you. We're all assuming you're keeping him. I don't know if you want to say that for sure or not, but assuming you're keeping him, do you think he's going to stay on your team long? Are you going to be looking to deal him right away, or do you want to tell us a little insight on that?
No, really not much to really say on that front. It's funny enough is someone wanted my keeper selection, but did not want Cam Newton. I got an offer already for that.
Can you tell us what? Can you tell us what player they wanted?
They were looking for a wide receiver offer. I was like, really? I mean, with the keeper selection?
I'd have to look at your.
Sounds like Phil right there.
No, I don't email Will at all in the off season.
We have sort of side conversation occurring here. We'll have to look at your roster to see maybe who that player is. That's interesting, Will. Will, I'm going to ask you.
There's only one decent wide receiver on my team. I mean, come on, you guys.
Yeah, I haven't memorized your roster from last year. I apologize, Billy. Who do you think is going to be in Dynasty Bowl 13, if you had to guess, Will?
Well, I mean, obviously, absent of myself, I mean,
You can
I
pick.
feel
You can
like
pick yourself if you want.
I probably I have to put Phil there just because he's due. He's due to get back there. He's due to win it again. I would. Can Andy Quacks keep going? Can he keep being this unlucky? Can he keep having decent drafts and then sucking? I mean, I'm going to put Andy Quacks and Phil out there.
Okay, fair enough. So Will thinks a possible Pig Newtons versus Handy Quacks Dynasty Bowl 13. Will, we're going to let you go because I'm going to see if we can get the fourth member of this subdivision on the line. But thank you for your attempt to join and your attendance via the phone. While we're going ahead and getting Briscoe, our new member, on the phone here, Phil.
Yeah.
Strategy going into the season.
Strategy.
You've proven to be a compete every year team. It's a long lost art apparently that people are just unable to do that or even attempt it. So I assume you're the odds-on favorite going into this some say weak division. What do you think your chances are of not winning the division but really competing for a championship this year?
I think they're good. My strategy for the past few years is now kind of mainstream, so it kind of sucks with the whole passing game and wide receivers becoming the new running back. So I know I got a ton of offers in the offseason for my wide receiver keepers, so I know there's a few wide receiver keepers this year. So I can't have like a wide receiving crew like I've had the past couple seasons, so that kind of sucks. But the strategy going forward is to have a good draft and not fuck up every round by putting misspelled names up there and getting nerfed every other second round or so.
No, at least you didn't draft Jonas Gray, my friend.
I should have got. I mean, I was close to it. I probably would have spelled it wrong. So just draft smarter this year, be more focused in it, be prep better. But usually, I mean, I know what's going on with football, so just be able to be prepared and got a good team going. I got a lot of draft picks this year, so I'm just pretty confident.
Yeah, you pretty much have every pick, at least the first 5-6 rounds, other than I think a third round pick as of right now.
Yeah.
You also have Antonio Brown on your team. The son bitch led me to a championship. So I
want to say number one ranked. I haven't looked at a lot of rankings yet, but number one ranked, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's
two.
But the consensus number one, overall player. So obviously it's got to feel good to have him as what I'm assuming is going to be your keeper player.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and see if we can get Briscoe on the line. Brandon.
Yes, sir.
How's your eyesight nowadays?
Terrible with these glasses on. I can't see shit.
That's may not fare well for you on the draft, especially after you have a beer or two. We're going ahead and getting Briscoe or Craig Pedesian on the line. I think we're calling him. He may not pick up, and I don't think he's going to pick up. Piss poor performance by him. Oh, yes. Hello. Is this Oh.
For the record, real quick. I not text you at 6 p.m. tonight and say, my link is not working, and you said we will troubleshoot later.
You did, and I actually only meant it was a piss poor performance if you didn't pick up this phone call, which you did, so never mind. No, you did try to get in touch with me. Unfortunately, I was unavailable really until this moment, so part of it's my fault as well. You're new to this. You're a rookie. You're a virgin, so totally acceptable that you're only available here over the phone. We'll try to work shit out for next year or some future point in time to get your ass visually on screen. That being said,
just real quick.
Yes.
I'm going to cut you off the whole time. That's just because of what I do. You have a very official voice when you're talking, just for the record.
I like the new guy.
This is the big leagues right here.
All right.
New guy's good. Thumbs up.
I like to separate my personality when I'm questioner and when I'm just, chit-chatting with you fine folks here in the league as coach. So maybe that has something to do with it. I don't know. Maybe I get a Tyler Durgan Fight Club situation going on in my head. Shit's going on up here, you guys. You don't even want to know about. Anywho, Briscoe, we have Coach Brandon and Coach Phil in this interview. We just spoke with Coach Will over the phone as well. Briscoe, I want to welcome you to the league. I know we're going to talk to you, I think, in the first podcast to get a little bit more in depth into you and your sexual endeavors. But I just want to ask you, how are you feeling, prepping and going into your first ever Dynasty draft? Are you nervous? Are you excited? Are you confident? How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great. I mean, this is obviously my first year in the league. I've heard a lot about it. Zach, Bob. I mean, this is the place to be in this league, right? I mean, I figured I'd join the fray. I got to read through the 1,700 pages in the rule book. I'll be off to go. I'm just ready to get peppered with darts on draft day. That's all.
Fuck yeah, that's the attitude I like to hear. I like it. All right. And you also have Rob Gronkowski currently on your team. We're all assuming that he's going to be your keeper, solid-ass #1 tight end. I don't know if you want to make that official and give that away or not, but is that a safe assumption, by the other members of the league?
Oh, I mean, that's a stone cold lie, especially with Edelman faking injuries in the practice field. By the way, I love this guy.
You guy.
Belichick master strategy.
Well, maybe I'll ask Belichick in the press conference that I'll be attending tomorrow as a Riverdale Gazette media member.
Are you going again tomorrow?
Well, at the time that this is being recorded, Phil, the answer is yes. The time that you people are watching the show, the answer is no. Just to be clear.
Gotcha.
So, final question for you. I know this might be a little difficult for you being new to the league, but if you had to choose two teams to make it to Dynasty Bowl 13, who would you say? I don't even know if you know the other team names, the other coaches. So, do your best. Who would you say?
I'm going to say three in my division. Because I'm just going to smash everybody. Even if I don't have two picks in the first in the draft, in the first 10 rounds. And number 10, I think. Look at all those draft picks. You right? You have 1,000 draft picks this year, right?
I have a good number, yes.
I'm going to say you. And well, we know Heavy's out. He's fucking terrible at fantasy.
Second you guy. I love it.
Fact.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna rip right on Heavy, and I just can't pick Zach just because he's the best. I have to be pessimistic on his team too. Does Bub have all his picks?
Yeah, Bub's one of the favorites. He has a solid number of draft picks, sure.
All right, I'll go with you and Bub. I mean, I'm not gonna throw me in the fray, but I think I'm gonna be a dark horse. I think.
All right, fair enough. Yeah, I mean, it certainly looks like the South Division here is up for grabs, prime for the taking. Briscoe, thank you for joining here, and Brandon, Phil, and Will, who's no longer with us. Thank you for grinding through this extremely amateur hour-ish joke of an interview, and we look forward to seeing everybody, of course, on draft day on September the 4th, 2016, approximately 2 p.m. with a 3 p.m. start. I think. I don't even remember. Anywho.
Well, I sent in the paperwork today. Well, actually, yesterday morning, so we're official.
Bill is the only remaining member of living at the Heritage Estates, so he is now he's taken the reins and assisting and renting the facility. So thank you to Phil, Brandon. I hope you bid you farewell on your snorkeling adventures, and Will, I hope that you are able to figure out technology sooner rather than later. And Briscoe, I am excited to have you in this league, and good luck to everybody. Thank you.
See ya.